Welcome back to my channel Knowledge Chronicle.
What if I told you the same rules that make an apple fall also keep the moon in orbit around Earth? Sounds impossible, right? Today on Knowledge Chronicle, we're diving into the life of Sir Isaac Newton, his discoveries, and his 3 legendary laws of motion. Explained in the simplest way possible, with real-life examples and fun home experiments. Newton's life story. Isaac Newton was born on 4th January 1643 in Woolsthorpe, England. He lost his father before birth and was raised mostly by his grandmother. Newton studied at Trinity College, Cambridge, and during the Great Plague of 1665–66, when the university was shut down, he worked from home. In that 1 year, Newton laid the foundation of calculus, optics, and the laws of motion. Incredible, right? He never married. Science was his lifelong companion. Newton later became president of the Royal Society and even worked at the Royal Mint. He passed away on 31st March 1727 and was honoured with burial at Westminster Abbey. Newton's major works, his most famous book, the Principia Mathematica, published in 1687, changed science forever. Here he gave us calculus, the mathematics of change. Optics, proving that white light splits into colors with a prism. Law of universal gravitation, every mass attracts every other mass. And of course, the 3 laws of motion, the backbone of physics. First law. Inertia, Newton's first law, the law of inertia. An object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by an external force. So, here's a daily example. When a moving car suddenly stops, your body jerks forward. Why? Because your body wants to keep moving. That's inertia. And here's a simple home demo. Place a card on a glass and a coin on top of the card. Flick the card sideways. The coin falls straight into the glass. The coin resists the sudden change. That's inertia in action. Second law, F equals m times a. Newton's second law, force equals mass times acceleration. This law tells us exactly how force changes motion. So, let's break down the terms. Force is just a push or pull, and it's measured in newtons. Mass is the amount of matter something has. Acceleration is how fast velocity changes. For an everyday example, think about pushing an empty shopping cart. It moves quickly, right? But if you push a full cart with the same force, it moves much slower. You can even try this at home with a toy car. Push it gently and measure how long it takes to travel a short distance. Then, add some weight and push with the same force. You'll see the heavier car moves slower. And that's exactly what F equals m times a shows us. Third law. Action and reaction. Newton's third law says, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So for example, when you're walking, your feet push the ground backward and the ground pushes you forward. That's actually why you move. Now think about rockets. Hot gases are pushed backward and the rocket shoots forward. At home, you can try a simple demo. Just tape a balloon to a straw, run a string through the straw, tie it between 2 chairs, and let go of the balloon. The balloon zooms forward because air rushes backward. It's a perfect example of action and reaction. Angles and vectors. Forces aren't just numbers. They're vectors, meaning they have both direction and size. Imagine pushing a box diagonally up a ramp. Part of your push moves it forward, and part of it lifts against gravity. By breaking forces into horizontal and vertical components, Newton really helped us understand motion in any direction. Universal gravitation. Newton also gave us the law of universal gravitation. Every mass attracts every other mass with a force proportional to their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. In short, the same law that makes apples fall also makes planets orbit. So, to recap. First law, inertia keeps things steady until force acts. Second law, force makes acceleration. measured by F equals m times a. Third law, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And above all, Newton gave us the idea that the universe runs on predictable rules. Newton showed us that nature isn't random, it's governed by laws. From an apple falling to rockets launching, it's really all the same physics. That's why Isaac Newton isn't just a name in textbooks. He's the man who mapped motion itself. Thanks for watching Knowledge Chronicle. Your one like, share, and subscribe will help us create more valuable content.